How's it? Today is Tuesday, September 17th. I got a feeling that healthier days are on the way. I am back squatting today and it was not my greatest showing. Humbling, a little discouraging. I essentially went down in weight from what I did last week for the same amount of reps and the same amount of sets. Last week I did 145 for 3 sets of 5 and it was hard. And this week I did 140 for 3 sets of 5 and it was hard. I think that today was probably just as difficult as it was last week. And I'm not super proud of that. But for what it's worth, my shoulder feels a lot better. I don't feel like it's going to lock up when I'm holding onto the bar. It's definitely still very tight, but I am certainly moving in the right direction. My elbows also feel a little bit better. So that's another positive that I couldn't have said about last week. So I am getting better in some facet. I think, actually, I don't know if I said this yesterday, but I am no longer planning to PR at the end of September. This is my first set at 140. I'm no longer going to be regimented to peak at the end of September for a PR. I'm not saying that it can't happen because I feel like the weights that I'm lifting and the way that I move, it feels like if everything lines up on a perfect day, I will be able to PR. But I am not going to be aiming for that anymore just because of how my shoulder's been feeling. And, saying that, declaring that right now it feels like I'm giving up on something, but yeah, it is what it is. I think one thing that I was really struggling with today for my back squats was my hips felt very tight. And actually, I didn't mention it yesterday either, but over the weekend, I went camping with my girlfriend and her friends, and that was such a fun experience. We went kayaking, we climbed up a sand dune, and it was really, really, really fun. But I feel like a lot of my aches and pains that I'm experiencing today, and a little bit of it yesterday, was due to new different activity. I don't think that my food intake was lower than normal. I feel like my sleep was just as good as normal, albeit I'm sleeping on the ground. But I'm not gonna lie, I sleep on the ground twice a week normally, just because I end up falling asleep on the ground because I'm so tired. And I think that is kind of carrying over to today with my hips being a little bit more tight than it normally is. And it is what it is. I would not trade that for the world. That was probably the most fun I've had this year. Well, I think I had a ton of fun when I went to Japan earlier in April, but easily the second most fun experience, fulfilling experience that I've had this year was going camping. So maybe that's gonna be what I do a little bit more of in the future, but I am not opposed to that, and I don't care how much that will affect my training. It just genuinely makes me happy. So yeah, I mean that was a lot of talk about camping, but it did. I do think it did affect the way that I lifted today. I don't think it's the reason why I lifted so poorly. I fell asleep on the ground last night too, so that is what it is. That I feel like is gonna contribute more to how I lift rather than a few days over the weekend, because those are the days I'm not lifting at all. But we'll see what happens. I am focusing on the positives from today. Again, the shoulder it feels like it's more sturdy than it was last Tuesday. So we are certainly moving in the right direction. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.